Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how to make the registration system for our car rental project. So previously we had made the Bootstrap integration and we had added Bootstrap locally. So now we are going to see how to make the registration page. So let's go to the code, and here we will create a new file called register or registration. You can keep anyhow, register.php. And similarly, how we had kept in the index.php, copy that and paste it over here. And let's go to the includes navbar.php, and over here we'll just add another nav item and say register. Okay, save, and we will add the href to register.php. For the home we can just do it index.php, save, refresh, and you got this register. When you click here, you see you've got to register.php. And now we'll just design the register page. We'll just create a section container. Let's remove this row, column md8, and let me just put justify content center. So here we are going to take 4 inputs from the user, that is the name, email, phone number and password. So dot mb3, and let's say input type equal to email, and the name for this is email. Let's add a label and say enter email address, and we'll add the class form control. Okay, form control, save, and just copy and paste this 4 times. Save and just check the output once. Okay, we'll just add the margin top over here. We have added the section class, right? So that is to give the space. So you can just go to your assets, css, create a custom.css or style.css. That would just be a file name. You can give any name over there, and inside your header just link that css. Okay, we have the bootstrap min, we'll just include the custom.css also. Save, and for section we'll give padding top and give 36 px, and same thing for padding bottom. Okay, so save and refresh. You can see you got the space. Let's put this inside a card. Here say card dot card header, say register dot card body, and inside the card body we can add this complete thing. Save, and now when you see I've got this design, we'll just add some colors and change the labels. Email, this is the enter, phone number, you can just capitalize it if you want. Enter phone number, and then you have the name, or you can say full name, enter full name, and for these 3 things it is going to be type text. Okay, and also we'll keep the name at first. Enter name, email, phone number and password. Enter password, type equal to password, so it's not visible when we type name equal to password, and this is phone, this is name, or you can say full name, just keep it name. Okay, now let's add another mb3 and say btn.btn, say submit or register. Now register is fine. btn.btn primary. And for this card header, we can add bg success, save, refresh. Okay, this looks a bit dark. Let's change it back to primary and say text white. Or one more thing we can do is we'll just add a h4 tag and keep the register inside the h4 tag. Okay, and add a class to this text white. This button we can make it as green color. Okay, text success, refresh. Yeah, now it looks better. And this form looks too wide. Let us put it inside column D6 and we'll add some shadow to this card. Yeah, looks better. This register would look better on this end, I guess. Let's try that. Text end, refresh. Yeah, you can just keep it anywhere in the center or any side. This looks fine to me. And here you can add placeholders. Let's quickly do that. Placeholder equal to enter your full name. Yeah, looks good. Refresh. Yes. We can make this label a bit bold. Just copy this label, class, font weight, bold. This looks too bold. Let us just make it the same thing what it was, and we'll add one margin bottom one. Refresh. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so we have added the form, and once the user press register, we have to save the user details and redirect them to the login page to login. Okay, so now we are going to write the code to insert this data in our database. So over here you can just add a form tag and put this complete thing inside a form tag. Yeah, here we are just going to create another file called code.php, and form action we are going to specify that file, and the method is going to be post method. Okay, so make sure if you are sending any image file, then you have to add the enc type over here, or else without that you will not be able to upload any files. So here this button you have to mention type equal to submit, and your name fields will be submitted once you press this submit button to this file. And now we'll just name this button name equals register btn, or you can just keep register as well. Copy that, go to your code.php. Here we are going to say open php, close php. So here we are going to write an if condition, and inside that we are going to check is set function dollar underscore post of register button. So if this button is true, so if that button is clicked, this condition will be true. And here we are going to take four fields, that is the name, email, phone and password. And just copy that, paste it over here. Okay, dollar and then equals dollar underscore post of that same field. Okay, so I have used the shortcut, so you can like manually type it out one by one if you are not able to follow up. Okay, so it's just dollar underscore post of this, we're just taking it, and we'll add the mysqli real escape string, sqli real escape string, which will take two parameters. One is the data and one is the database connection. So for the database connection, we have to include the dbcon.php file over here. Okay, say require dbcon, no, it's inside config, right? Config slash dbcon.php. Okay, so now inside dbcon we have this $con variable, right? So you can pass that over here. Similarly, for other fields also we have to do this. Okay, so this will prevent any SQL injection which is tried from the front end. And now we will insert this in our database. So let me show you the database which we created earlier. So we have other things also, but these are like nullable, and whichever is not null has a default value. Okay, so once the user is logged in, then later they can fill this data. So whatever is given mandatory, we have to add that during the registration process. So here I'm saying $query is equals, say, insert into users, and specify the column names over here, and then say values and specify the values over here. So our column is name, email, phone and password. So you can just cross verify that once. If you have given it as phone or phone number, it's phone, password, email and name. Okay, if you have given email ID, email address, make sure you are giving the same thing over here, what is given in your database column name. And inside the values you can say $name, $name, and you can put this inside a single quote, and this query you can use double quotes. Within single quotes, then we have the $email, $phone and $password. So this can be in any order, but make sure whatever you have given here first, that same thing should be corresponding over here: name, email, phone and password. So whichever is in the second place, this second place value is gonna go inside this column. So if you give phone over here, it would get inserted in the email. So make sure you keep this aligned. And now we're going to execute the query using $query run variable, and we're going to call the MySQLi query function, MySQLi underscore query, pass the dbcon connection and the query. So this is going to return a result. So you can say if query run is successful, then we're going to redirect. So for that we can just create a function instead of writing the header location in every function. We can like create a function over here. Let's do it. Let's say functions .php, and here say function redirect. We take two parameters, $page name and $message. Say $_ session of message equals $message, and header location, and specify the page name over here. Okay, I mean concatenate that over here. Make sure to give the space over here in between, or else it will not work. Okay, and after this we can say exit function, so it doesn't continue the code after this. Redirect function, include it over here, have functions.php, say redirect page name to login.php, and the message is going to be registration successful. Successful, or you can say successfully registered. Else, and redirect back to the register.php and say registration failed. We can also perform one check over here if the email is already existing. Okay, so before we do this insert, we can do $check existing email query and say select star from users where email is equal to $email. Okay, I can remove this and we'll query run equals mysqli query $con and check existing query. We are going to check the result of this if mysqli num rows of this is greater than 0. That means if there is any record with that email address already existing, then we are going to redirect the user back to the register page, register, and say email already registered, or you can say same email cannot be used for two accounts, or whatever message you want to keep. Okay, and if this is not true, then it would not go inside, and then we will register the user. Okay, so now I think it's good. We can just create the login page, login.php, copy the code from register and paste it in login, change the header to login, and we are going to keep the login form in column MD4, and here we'll just take email and password, right? So can remove this, enter password. Yeah, instead of register we can say login, change the button name, yeah. In the next video we'll see the complete login system. So now just to redirect to this page, we are just adding this. So now we can test it. Go to register.php. We'll remove this button first. Register.php. Remove this. Refresh. Enter your full name, email, phone number, password. Say register. Okay, so it is registered successfully, but we did not get the message. That is because we did not display it in the login page or anywhere. In your login.php, over here you can say open PHP, close PHP, and say if is set of $_post or $_session of message. If there is any message set, then we are going to display it over here. Okay, so you can like take the design from getbootstrap.com. For now I'll just add an alert success or primary. Let's give it success, and here I will print the message $session of message. Okay, so wherever you are using session, we need to have the session started. Okay, what is the issue over here? open PHP close. Okay, this should be PHP. Yeah, and the error is gone. So over here, wherever we are using session, we need to start the session in that page. Okay, so we have included the header over here. Let's go to the header, and this has the nav bar, so you can just check once. It is not started anywhere, right? Oh, just remove it, and in the header we can just start it because header is included in all the pages. So just put it on top of the page. Run PHP, close PHP, say session underscore start. So this is a very important thing. If you have not done this, your session will not work. So you can just change this to car rental, save, close it. And to set the session in the code.php, we don't have the header over here, right? So in either of this, we can add the session start. So let me go to the dbcon. And for all the backend thing, we will have the dbcon included. So I will just start it over here. So it's included in all the backend files. So now this should work. Refresh. Okay, so next time when you set the session, it will be set and it will display over here. Let us try once again. I will try to insert the same email again, which should fail. Okay, we'll just add something. Register. Okay, we did not add that message over here, and it is not redirected us to login page because it is not successfully registered. So we'll just put that same thing over here. But you see, this is a repetitive process, right? In every page, you need to go and add it, or whenever you want to change the design, you'll have to do it in every page. So you can directly do it by creating another file over here called messge.php and include it everywhere, or you can use some JavaScript packages to display the message. For now, I will just show it over here. Later, we'll see how to integrate the JavaScript notification packages. Refresh. So you see, email already registered. But when I refresh, it keeps on like displaying. This is not going away. You can see. So once we have displayed the message, we need to unset that session message. Okay. So after displaying that over here, you can say unset dollar underscore session of message. Okay. So now refresh, it displayed, and now it is unset. Refresh and it's gone. Okay. So when you register a new user user at gmail.com, phone number, and put some password, say register, registration successful. And when you refresh, we need to unset that over here also. Copy that, login, unset. Okay, refresh and it's gone. So that's it in this video, guys. We have seen how to make the registration system for our car rental project, and in the next video we will see how to make the login system using sessions. So we will also be creating the roles, which will be admin and user, and only the admin will be able to use the URL which is like contain admin and the admin pages. And even if a user is logged in as a normal user, he will not be able to access the admin pages. So we are going to do that in the next video. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.